Okay, Claudio right now is combing through their hair to try to get a little bit of lift out of it, to get some air underneath the hair, and also get all the caked out mud and debris that's out of it. It just makes it singe a little bit better. Now you just take the flame lightly over all of the hair. Okay, Claudio is combing through their hair to get any debris and caked on mud or manure out of their hair so that it's easier to comb through and singes more evenly. Now all he does is he's just going to take the torch about a foot from their skin, a foot from their hide, and he's just going to go back and forth quickly so that it doesn't get hot in any one area, and it's just going to singe the hair. And after he singes the hair, he will then take a comb through the singed hair in order to break up any of the hair that's already melted away, so that it'll fall off. And then it's just a matter of finding the layers and just doing it over and over. See, he'll hit that same spot right there behind the shoulders, and each time he does it, it just gets shorter and shorter. The most important areas to do when you're torching a calf, right now where he is, their top line, their back, between their shoulders and their hook bones. Besides that, the second most important part is probably their underline, or their belly, down there where this heifer's navel is, just to clean that up, and it shows off the shape of the rib cage down there in that lower 1/3. And the last most important part is going to be the front end. It's going to be the shoulder and their neck. The reasons that you do this instead of clipping are going to be that it's a lot quicker. They don't have to be clean, they don't have to be dry. Well, they have to be dry, but they don't have to be washed and dried before you can clip them. You can do this while they're dirty, right out of the pasture, as long as they're dry. You can't do it while they're wet. Another reason to do this is the flame blends as you go, so you don't have to worry as much about the ability of someone with clippers. So it's just a lot quicker process, and it's especially when you have a lot to get through. And they don't have to be exact, like in this situation, which these cattle are going to go into a sale and not to a show necessarily. Before we do torch any of these calves, we do go ahead and clip their heads and we clip their tails. Those are sensitive areas that you really don't want to try to burn. But it just makes it a lot quicker, a lot faster, and you can go through a lot like this. Right now, it's getting the underline, which we talked about. It's one of the three most important parts to hit while you do this. But yeah, you can kind of see this process and some of the advantages. Like if this was clipping, you'd still be on their top right now. You still wouldn't even be close to being done with it. So just a lot quicker in the process to do, with a lot less prep time as well. It's also important not to put any oil-based wormers or fly treatments on them because they will catch on fire. So it's always good to have either a fire extinguisher or something to put a fire out in case something like that happens. After we do this, then we'll put the wormer on them.
Are they good?
Good. You just keep trying to comb the hair in different directions to try to get some layers out of it.
Don't forget to say you love me.
Oh! How much detail do you want me to get into?
What?
How much detail should I get into? And also what this is Claudio's second calf. In order of torching, he's been watching me for the past 2 days do this. And if this were clipping instead of torching, this would still be in a very, very early stage for Claudio to be able to do this.